A move towards a cashless society, card payment solutions are becoming the order of the day. In our entrepreneur segment this week, Laban-Cliff Onserio caught up with an entrepreneur cashing in on this opportunity.
Entrepreneurs are risk takers, a profile that describes Raju Chana, who quit formal employment to start Identity's company, a secure ID and financial solution company.
I walked into a bank to get my ATM card and I applied for everything, and they said, yeah, come back in 2 weeks, sir. And I said, 2 weeks? He said, yeah, it takes 2 weeks to get your card because we have to send it out of the country. So I said, okay, that's interesting. So I at that point didn't think much of it, but later when I came home and I sat down and I looked at it and I said, look, why do, a country like us, why do we have to wait 2 weeks to get a simple ATM card? So that got me thinking, and with my background working with data card for all these years on card technology, and I said, look, why we've got the technology available, but so why can we not just do, come up with a solution? And when you speak to the banks don't want to get into it because it's not their core business. They're interested in open an account and we'll have your card delivered. So we didn't get, we went to the banks and said, would you want to do this? And they said, no, we're not interested. So we came back to the drawing board and said, okay, if it's going to do this, we're going to have to do it ourselves.
With over 80% of the world's transactions being done by cash or checks, card transactions are slowly becoming the way to go in modern-day business, an opportunity that Identity's company is cashing in on.
What we believe at Identity's is not a card. How can you add value to that card? If you've got one card, what can you do with it? Can we make it a multifunctional card? We've done solutions where we're using a single card as a campus card now. From the time you get admission to the time you check out of a school, it has all your history. You go to the library, you can use the card. You can internet, you use the card. Cafeteria, you can use the card. It's used as a bus pass. So one single card is carried by a student instead of carrying five different cards.
Founded 12 years ago, Identity's targets 2 million account holders in Kenya, making banking institutions their cash cow. As with any business, Raju has been faced with adverse challenges in running his card solution business.
Starting any new business is not easy, okay? It's not a walk in the park, or not let anybody tell you that it's going to be easy, okay? Every day there are new challenges, which is what motivates one, that look, we never anticipated this, which is, but then again, when you have a good business, and any good business is only as good as its people, okay? You can have an amazing business, but if you don't have the right people in the right places, then that is not going to get very far. What we've done over the years is invested quite a bit in terms of training, in terms of investment in people, so that we are able to come up to a level, to a benchmark, wherever people understand what we do. It's very important for us to understand what we do first before we can go out and tell people what we do.
Mentorship in business is crucial, and having learned from his father, Raju has this advice for budding entrepreneurs.
I would say if you have a dream, don't give up, okay? You will fall down a couple of times, right? But if you can learn to walk with helper wheels on the side, like, when you first try and ride, you always have helper wheels on the side. Your family is your biggest inspiration, okay? In my case, it was my dad. He asked, when I told him that, look, I want to go into business, and he asked me, why would you want to leave such a job? And I said, look, there's more to life. And he said, as long as you're happy, go for it. All right? So I think the inspiration, the motivation has to come from family, from within you, that, look, I want to be there in a couple of years, right? By sitting and staring at a piece of paper or a screen is not going to help you. If you have a dream and you feel that you can make the difference, my advice to everybody, try it. You may not work the first time, but don't give up, because it may not, the timing may not be right, the environment may not be right, the approach may not be right. There are a lot of factors, but always don't give up.